Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, I am Jaclyn Shanice, and here we do makeup and we make reviews. And so, speaking of reviews, today I am going to be reviewing the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. I got in the mail yesterday, and I actually tested out some of the products, or the shadows rather, and I kind of have an opinion already. Let's get right into it, okay? I actually tried these out. I tried filming a video yesterday with these, and I just wasn't happy with how things were turning out, so I decided to give it 24 hours, try this all over again. So these are all 4 palettes. I got the Vault. I ordered it from Morphe's site directly because you can use coupon codes. I mean, people talk about it, but they come in handy. I actually bought 2 other products, which I bought the setting mist and I bought this highlighting brush because I wanted to try it. And so my total came up to be 60 something. I used a coupon code and I ended up paying $64. I have free shipping, so it's not really a problem. But you have 4 palettes: Armed and Gorgeous, Bring the Alarm, Dark Magic, and Bling Boss. For the most part, the 2 palettes that people talked about the most was Armed and Gorgeous and I believe Dark Magic. I've had some issues with Ring the Alarm, but nothing, I had something in my mouth, nothing too alarming to the point where I feel like, oh my god, this is a terrible palette. They're $15 a piece. $15 a piece, and on the Morphe site, if you got the entire vault, for $49. Okay, time to get my math right. It's $49. But the total price is $65 for all 4, and so you do get a bit of a discount, which is, it's okay with me. The 2 palettes I'm mainly going to be focusing on is the Dark Magic and the Armed and Gorgeous. Like I said, I tested these out yesterday. I didn't really have too much of a problem with these. I actually, probably my favorite palette is the Bling Boss. I really like this one. As you can see, I've been playing in it, but I really like this one. This one, it does it for me. But like I said, they're $15 a piece, and they all come with the mirror. They're very convenient. I like the setup of it. You know, just basic, simple packaging and shadows. So if you're traveling, you can just take your favorite one and you get to go. And they don't take up too much space. I like that. I'm definitely going to be comparing these to the Jaclyn Hill palette, which mine is used and abused, as it should be, because I like it. The formula is pretty good. As you can see, this is used and very well loved. Like, I use this often. And the upside to, the downside to this palette is it's so big and bulky. When traveling, it's a little difficult to store. But, you know, depending on how you are, who you are, it's okay. It's not that bad. Easy, convenient, packaging. You can just take with you and go. Okay, so I have, as you can see, I have my makeup done. And I'm going to be doing the 2 palettes that I stated earlier. One eye is going to be Armed and Gorgeous, and the other eye is going to be Dark Magic. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions, my honest thoughts and opinions about this, and go from there. So I don't want to just, I just want to get into it. I did use this. This is actually one of the palettes that I tested yesterday. And I didn't play around with this color. I did swatch it. And I wanted to play around with this color. I didn't even touch it. It hasn't been played with in any way or swatched. I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to show up on me. I'm filming. Hi. Oh my gosh, whoa, what? I have a feeling that this yellow wasn't going to show up on my skin complexion, so I didn't touch it. But however, I did play around with these two orange colors right here. I was looking at baby where's pigment. I was swirling my brush in there, and there was a lot of kick up, which kick up doesn't bother me. It doesn't I don't have a problem with it. If I know that something is extremely pigmented, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna have a lot of kick up. And well, not necessarily 9 times out of 10. There are products that are very pigmented and don't have any kick up. But my point is, I don't mind kick up depending on how much I use that product. I already know how the formula is. I will do my eyes first. But I cannot get these two colors to show up on my eyes to save my life. These two orange shades right here, this one and this one. I just couldn't get it to show up. It, like, you could see that there was some type of orange on my lid, but it wasn't pigmented. And I would say it was unpigmented, because it had some pigment to it, just not enough to show up on my eyes. And I'm thinking, well, maybe they're too light for my skin tone. I even put a lighter concealer on to try to make it show up, and I just couldn't get it to work out for me. Just being honest. So I'm gonna attempt to go into Access, which is this yellow color, which I enjoyed the Vault, the color scheme, but it does remind me a lot of this because she has a lot of colors that match this scheme, and I'm just not understanding why put another yellow. You have one already in this one. Regardless if they're the same shade or not, they're very similar. You don't need two. And to Dark Magic, there's two olives, two matte olives at that. I'm not really understanding why you have two. I get it. Maybe someone may not want this palette, but they want this one, so they're not gonna buy it. I just didn't see the point. I mean, I get it. It was just pointless to me to have two of the same colors, regardless if they're being sold separately or not. It's just, I guess. So I'm gonna start off with the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and I am going to go into Access, which I'm going to be using a Morphe M33 brush. It's just a basic, let me see if I can find it. It's a basic fluffy blending brush. This is the Morphe M33 brush, and I'm going to go into Access, and I'm going to tap that in there pretty good. Tap off any excess and start. Yeah, this is why I don't really typically go for yellows, just because I know that they don't always show up on me. But I can build it up. That's not an issue. And I prime my eyes with Morphe's eye primer. I'm not really liking this. Like I said, this is the first time that I've used this, and it's just like, it's like a hit and miss. Like, it's not even, it's patchy, honestly. Like, it's like it's picking up on certain areas of my eyes and then Then it's I'm going to use my e.l.f. brush. It's a basic brush. I'm just going to use it to get this on my eyes. I'm gonna use another brush just because that brush isn't really doing what I want it to do. I wanted a little bit more coverage on my eyes. Okay, this isn't performing that bad. And as I'm packing it on, I'm not having any problems. It's blending out fine. Okay. And I'm just gonna take this dome brush and just blend out my harshness that I may have. I'm not really liking how this olive kind of blended in with the yellow. It kind of made it muddy in a sense. Like I don't really like this access, this yellow shade right here. I don't like that at all. The olive performed okay. It's better than what I've seen previously. I have watched a few reviews on this, and the first review I watched was Jaclyn's, and this is before that they came out with the new pressed ones. And I saw how it was patchy and it wasn't picking up all on her eye. And so to see that this may have been a fixed problem. I think I said that right. I don't see anything. Like I said, the only problem I have is this yellow. I do not like this yellow at all. And I typically don't put yellow on my eyes because I know they're not going to show up. But other than that, it's okay. Let's jump over to Dark Magic. And I did play with this. I'm going to be honest. I love this shimmer shade, this Trickery. I really like that. It was beautiful on my eye. It was so gorgeous. Oh, I did not care for Inside Job, which is a forest green or dark green. I'll tell you why. I just don't care for colors like this. I do love dark colors. It's just when I get to a color like this, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't work out for me with dark greens. And even in the first Jaclyn Hill palette, this one, I still have the same problem. I can't. I have a hard time making this color work on my skin tone. I just can't make it work, so I just don't use it. I'm gonna use Busted right here, this blue color. And I'm gonna lay that down in my crease. And this is a really dark color, so as you can see, this kick up, but like I said, that doesn't bother me. This is really pretty. I do not have a color like this in my collection, so this is a nice thing to put in here. So I'm gonna go back into this brush that I used for my first eye look, but I'm gonna go into Potent, which is another olive. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. I'm going that this color, and I'm going to kind of use this to diffuse the blue line at the top. Okay, and I'm going to go back into the blue with my Wet n Wild, and I'm kind of just going to bring that in right here to the inner corner, or outer V rather. And this is blending like a dream. I don't have a problem with this one, although it's a lighter version of this. It's a lighter version, but like I said before, they could have done without. In my personal opinion, they could have just done without one of these shades. You don't need two, because realistically, if she was to put these 4 palettes into another big palette like this, you wouldn't need both of them. You just wouldn't. To power cut right here, I like to get in there. That's just me personally. Okay. They didn't really pick up that great with the brush, but we can always okay. I don't like this with the brush. I don't like this shade right here with the brush. I'm gonna be honest. That's a lot better. Oh yes, this shade does better when you use your finger. For some people, I get why that would be a problem. I'm less controlled with my fingers than I am with the brush, so I prefer brushes, honestly. As you can see, it gets kind of messy, so I'm a brush girl when it comes to shimmer shades. Just, I don't mind it. It's just, I just don't prefer it. And for some people, there are people out there who prefers using their fingers. That's okay too. I spoke earlier about the 2 orange shades in here. I couldn't get to perform on me. I couldn't get it to work for me, and I did not try it in this video, but I did play around with it yesterday when I first received it, and I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to. Okay, work. Of course, yellow, I don't really have too much to say about it, other than I'm not really a fan of using mustard color yellows, especially for the fact that they don't really show up on me the way I would like for it to. And secondly, when I was putting it on my eye, I didn't like how it was applying. It seemed dry. I don't know if that makes sense, but it seemed like a very dry formula. I just didn't like it. It didn't feel buttery. Even when swatching it, it's just not a buttery shade. Like, I just didn't care for it. I just don't care for it at all. I'm just being honest. I don't care for it. I just don't. Any sense? But yes. Is this worth it? No. Okay, in Dark Magic, I like this one. The reason why I was attracted to this palette in particular is because I wanted these 2 shades, this blue and shade above it, this one, these 2. And I really, like this shade. I can't use this shade at all because it's too gray. It runs very gray on me. But I loved it to get these 2. Because I don't have those these shades in my collection itself. This blue blended like a dream. This is a really good shadow. I really like the blue. I truly like the blue, which is busted. I really like it. It's very vibrant. I love it. I don't have anything like that in my collection. And like I said, potent. I didn't have a problem with this shade. It's actually sitting on top of the blue very nicely. I really liked this palette over Armed and Gorgeous. I love the idea of this, of it being 4 palettes, it being tiny, compact. I love the different themes. I love how it's printed. I love the packaging. I like it. I love the idea. I love that they're $15, which you can't beat $15 for something like this with a mirror. But $15 is a lot of money for someone, just to some people that's splurging, and to people who are hardworking and who have to save out money to buy something that they really want. Skip it. $49 for this entire collection is not worth it. Not for this. I say you get what you pay for. These aren't quality to me. So you get what, yeah, you kind of do and you kind of don't, because for $15 I can get a ColourPop eyeshadow, something like this. This was $12. This is the ColourPop Kathleen Lights collab. These shadows perform better than all of these. That's my personal opinion. Okay, sorry, my card was full. Like I was saying before I got cut off, I believe I was saying how shimmer shadows, some of them you can't perform. They don't perform on a brush, which is okay. That's not a problem. But for me, I just don't like to use my fingers when applying makeup. I just don't. I've had better, and this is not the best work. It's like it felt rushed, especially with the issues that they had with pressing, because they were being streaky and whatnot. They could have taken their time with this, especially when Jaclyn has said it took her years on the first eyeshadow palette she had. It just felt rushed. You could have taken your time to actually, which destroying that many units, they've had like, I believe, over 100,000 units destroyed, and you press them again within a month. It doesn't seem like it was quality control. It was just like, oh, we gotta hurry up and get this out. Let's hurry up and get this out, which I understand. I get it. You got a deadline, but I would much rather it be pressed correctly, formulated correctly, and overall been a great bunch of shadows rather than it being rushed. So this is a hard pass. Actually, not really. It's a pass. No, it's not worth your coins, like, at all. So yeah, there's that. But subscribe for more. I will be doing more videos like these in the future. So without further ado, goodbye.